A San Diego senior and Army veteran says he was overcome by gratitude while in the hospital with COVID. His past trained him to fight, but he called this adversary terrifying and one he may not have conquered without the devotion of someone who cared. And he wanted to thank one of the nurses who saved his life in a show of gratitude that's positively San Diego. 61 years ago, San Diegan John Farrell began serving his country in the U.S. Army. Sergeant Farrell was stationed in Germany and tasked with photographing checkpoints along the border as tensions grew after the Cuban Missile Crisis. His assignments included concealing himself as a member of the press corps in order to interview German generals and bring back the information.
I tried to get to know my patients. He told me about his past and being in the military and everything. So I just tried to make a connection with him, and we were able to make a connection very well together.
But last month, Farrell says he faced true fear. Now 80 years old, he found himself battling an unpredictable virus that put him in the hospital.
You never know with each patient. It's so different, and it can change in a matter of minutes to hours.
A reality of the coronavirus not lost on Farrell's family.
They were terrified.
Farrell describes his fight with COVID as not a fun experience to go through.
Made all the more bearable, and if not unenjoyable, certainly survivable by wonderful people doing their job.
He credits the care of the nurses for getting him through.
Their compassion just made me cry more than once. It was just the most wonderful, compassionate experience of my lifetime.
Although there is one nurse he remembers by name, Alex Weatherby. As we brought them together on Zoom, Farrell shared how Nurse Alex made his day every morning, sweeping in with joy and a lovely smile, he says, and helping him do what he couldn't do for himself, such as shave his face.
I can't thank you enough, John. It was very heartfelt when I heard that you remembered my name and that I made that much of a difference in your care, and that is really special to me and makes me feel like I'm doing what I wanted to do as a nurse.
But it's John who feels gratitude for the diligence and attentiveness of his care, even as he knew the hospital was overloaded and nurses were swamped.
When you see the hoops those people are jumping through, it's just so hard not to be understanding. There's no complaints out of me.
In fact, Farrell says he has nothing but love for Nurse Alex and the others who helped him recover and soon reunify with his children and grandchildren.
I'm so glad you're feeling better.
I'm feeling wonderful, thanks to you.
Oh, thanks.
Well, thank you. God bless you there.
Thank you.
Not only is Farrell released from Sharp Chula Vista Medical Center and doing fine back at the veterans home next door where he lives, but as of today, he is out of isolation and received his second shot of the COVID vaccine. And we are so happy to know those long-awaited reunions with family are not far off. And every day, ABC 10 News is highlighting the good in each other and stories that show our resilience and strength. If you have a story that's positively San Diego, send us an email to tips@10news.com. You can also join our ABC 10 News Positively Facebook group, where you can share your stories with other San Diegans.